Hey you! Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, hello, nice to meet you. There's a lot of new VR users out there. As always, 3 to 5 stories that just personally interest me that I'd like to talk about and give you the info and hear your thoughts on. As always, thoughts and opinions are my own. Much love. It's great to see you all. Let's get started. So, if you watched a few of my previous videos, you probably remember this graph charting Oculus's dominance over Xbox sales. However, like I spoke about, and thank you for all the feedback on that video on your agreement, the sales chart was based on the Oculus app downloads only, so they may not be indicative of the actual sales, since if you downloaded an Oculus app multiple times, I personally have many, it would count as multiple sales. Now, since I covered that, I feel this monumental new statistic should also be covered. First reported by Sarah Perez of TechCrunch, public data shows something marvelous. Now, consumers worldwide have downloaded the Oculus app roughly 2 million times since Christmas Day alone, according to new data from third-party app intelligence firms Apptopia and Sensor Tower. That is a whopping 517% week-over-week increase. Quoting the article directly, to put these numbers in a broader perspective, the app's 2021 holiday install figures are closer to the total number of yearly downloads the app had seen in earlier days. That is pretty crazy. Now, Oculus, they're always very secretive with their numbers, so these are just estimates, nothing concrete. Oculus is likely never going to come out with those, so let's be speculative here. If we're being speculative, based on the numbers out there about Quest 1s and Quest 2s possibly sold, along with the 2 million number here, it is plausible. It's plausible and likely that between Quest 1s and Quest 2s, there are over 10 million headsets out there for Oculus headsets, which is a monumental number. It is a threshold number that a lot of tech companies look for install bases, so this is a very good sign for VR. Really nothing more about this though. Welcome to VR, all the new users. This is a pretty big moment in VR, and excited to see what comes of it. But we do have more Quest news that we have to talk about, because on another note, features that have been asked for forever may be coming sooner to your Oculus Quest 2 than expected. Now, I will link in the video description more info about this. This is a quick TLDR of what to expect and what interests me the most. It's not everything. I'm not making a video dedicated to a Quest update, and this will be rolling out in the future. No ETA will be known exactly. Now, this info has been released/leaked by developer Lubos V, sorry if I mispronounce your name, and our favorite leaker, very poor phrasing, but I got no other options, Basti564, showing off hidden features in the recent version 37 Quest firmware. Now, while version 37 is available in the public test channel, this leaked video here shows features that aren't accessible yet. Now, we see a few notable items here. They include a Horizon Home and co-presence features that, as you see here, they have a little tutorial. It's a very interesting system. Additionally, there is room capture features that possibly could be coming that lets you take your play space and virtually you map the walls and ceilings and other smaller items, and there you have a full room scale mapping feature, which I'm very excited to see how that plays out. There are a couple smaller items in here, such as Apple keyboard support and some type of voice assistant menu, but what is most curious to me, I'll say that word, is what seems to be a work in progress of a social network type of integration, possibly a portal to Horizon's social VR apps, or, do I say it, Facebook integration? We'll find out. Now, we know from other interviews all Horizon features like worlds, venues, and workrooms, they should all be working together in a very seamless experience for the end user, but that is of course to be determined, and we haven't seen anything like that come yet. So that's what we know right now. The quick TLDR when it comes to updates, when updates come out, they do typically release at a certain date and roll out over a period of time to all the users. That's why many users might get an update before somebody else. These features I have discussed, they are not available right now, and I'm not claiming them to be, but they are hidden within version 37, which is the current one most people have's firmware, and are likely things being worked on for the future. The fact that we have videos of them may mean they're at a higher production level than just being worked on. They're going to be coming sooner than later, so stay tuned. If these are coming sooner than later, I'll let you guys know, but there are no ETAs on this currently. Out of the features, which ones interest you the most? What features do you still want to see? What are needed? Personally to me, anything that could just help me meet you all easier in VR. The quickest version to get you with me in VR in the games we want to play would be very nice, and I'm looking forward to seeing those. Let me know your thoughts. Also, for those looking for new games, it is extremely important to me to share upcoming ones that look personally interesting. Now let's signal VR devs who are working extremely hard that need exposure here. Questhavon. It is an upcoming tabletop simulator, which you know, that is right up my alley. I am personally working on a VR Yu-Gi-Oh-esque card game experience. I'm very excited about that, but Questhavon wants to bring both VR and PC users together and provide all the tools to play amazing games like Dungeons & Dragons. Reportedly, this will give players the ability to create environments, specific game rules, and everything you need to create an immersive narrative across all VR platforms, including Oculus and Steam VR and the PC combined. Now this is less of a game, it's more of a platform for the user to develop whatever they can vision, which is no small feat, but this trailer is impressive. I personally find that when a trailer looks good, a team has a good beat on basically the pulse of VR to me. Now in the video description I do provide the game's website. This will be important because developers do hope to fund this through Kickstarter. You can sign up at their website to be notified when the Kickstarter goes live, likely in Q1 of this year. To me, a tabletop experience, there are versions of this out there. This is by no means the first one, but it looks really solid, and being cross-platform and everything, I'm excited for things like this. I think being able to create in VR, and on top of that, use your imagination for something like Dungeons & Dragons experience is a very powerful immersive experience that I think will do a lot of good for VR. Things like this I can experiment around with and see if there's types of trading card games you can make in it to better understand what people may want from potential card games in VR. That's something I need to know about, so let me know. But that's really it for those stories that interest me the most this week. I will say from CES 2022, there are a lot of haptic stories out there. There's a lights tracking solution for wireless valve index, although it could be used for other things. That is very interesting. But all these things coming out of CES right now, to me, I don't know enough about. I need to really get my fingers on the pulse of those so I can see if they're interesting enough to talk to you guys about. But there's a lot of good right now. A lot of new VR users, a lot of new VR tech, and a lot of new VR creators that are going to be coming too. So if you're an aspiring VR content creator, all I can say is don't go to Reddit, don't read any of this stuff, just do what makes you happy, make the thumbnails and clickbait and titles that you want, make it work for you, and have fun with it. That's what creating is about. But that's going to be it for today's video. I appreciate you sticking with me. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the content, right to the point. As always, see you next time, Space Cowboys. Peace.